Easier said than done. I mean,
I know.
last week I was supposed to be on your show. I got arrested an hour before your show because of an air rifle that they confiscated. I was under point. They got me without even paying attention to my environment, not knowing it was coming. Yeah, what chance I got? I ain't got another bore scope and no magazine in the gun. I can't do nothing. Okay. You're under point. What are you going to do? I've lost this one for right now, but I've got a good write-up and a case against them. I mean, I had 3 rights violated: the first, the second, and the fourth.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know exactly what all happened. So, all right.
They come because I was out sighting an air rifle. I work on these. I mean, I do custom work. I build them. I fix them. This is what my second half of my occupation is supposed to be in life. I can't continue heavy trucks. I'm too old. I can't keep up with the young kids.
So, okay, so by trade, you fix air rifles and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
And you were outside doing that, and apparently...
I was sighting it in. It just came in. I just got the paperwork. It came in a couple hours before. I had to take my son to an eye doctor. I scarfed down my dinner. It is what it is. They kept me for 19 and a half hours on $120. Come on.
Right, okay, but still...
It's unlawful detainment. I mean, they let the system play for them.
Okay. Wow.
We're losing them. There's not much you can do. If they want to come get them, we have to be prepared to flee and fight. I mean, once they catch you under point, you ain't got nothing in your hand. I ain't going to spit spitballs at lead.
Right. You're not exactly a kamikaze fighter.
I've still got a big fight ahead of me. I'm still fighting it. I mean,
right, but more like, live to fight another day kind of thing.
Exactly. Pick your battles.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I'm not talking about. If you're under point or police have their guns drawn at you or whatever. But I'm just saying, if they do pass it and you're supposed to hand in your guns or whatever, don't do it.
Oh, no. They just come up. I lost them in a boating accident. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Now, hang on. We do have a caller calling in here.
So, all right.
Hi, you're on the Resistance. Hello?
Hello? Waiting for you, buddy.
Apparently, I don't know.
They could have got cut off. Big Brother's watching. He might have had something important to say.
Yeah, you never know. Well, let's try again. But while we're at it, why don't we just shoot out the call-in and Skype number in case any of the listeners want to call in. You got some questions to ask Kevin, myself, or comments or whatever. The number to call in is area code 507-216-7672. That number again is area code 507-216-7672. Our Skype ID is the.resistance1775. Again, it's the.resistance1775. The lines are open. Give us a call. So, anyways, what do you... Now, you say we need to unite... the people.
We have to. We have to have a form of people. The urban areas are going to have to figure out urban warfare. I'm sorry, that's the first place they're going to close down.
Oh yeah, I agree.
20-mile radius around them, they're closing it down. They'll starve them out. It's a siege, just like in Crusade days. Cut the castle off, let them starve. We'll move in slowly. We won't lose as many.
Okay, so now with that being said, would you agree that we need every single American possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need the non-believers, the sheep that are still out there buying. We need the ones that are drinking the Kool-Aid to wake up.
Right.
I mean, you can't be this blind. This is affecting your children's future.
Right. Now, how exactly, do you go about waking the masses up? I know there are some...
I go out. I talk to people.
Okay.
Talk to your neighbor. Ask him what he thinks.
Oh, I've already done that.
A lot of them they look at him funny, and they'll think about it for a second, and they'll realize, you're right. See law enforcement. Ask them. Orders or oath. I do it. You'd be surprised. They'll think about it first. I've had a couple smart asses, but who cares? You're going to get that. 99% take the oath. They're honorable men. They would not be in the position they're in if they didn't believe.
Right. And yeah, it's the same thing here in my county, and I was actually surprised because Minnesota being the liberal state that it is.
You know, everybody's got so sedentary right now. Facebook's their place. All right, get with Dob Robs. Throw up your zip code up there so you can look and see, find people close, because when it comes down to it, you're not going to have time for everybody to hunker up. You've got to know somewhere to meet. You don't have time. You hit and run. Get out of sight.
Yeah, just do the same guerrilla warfare that the Vietnamese used during Vietnam.
The Wolverines on Red Dawn. I mean, it's what it is. It's guerrilla warfare. We cannot beat them any other way. I'm praying Anonymous has got their stuff deep in the woods, got the batteries to keep them down on comms. If we can kill their comms, we got it. We got the men. We got the people. It's just, let's see, we got people like Mark and them. We've got soldiers up front. We've got people that will back the soldiers, so we got logistics. We've got hunters. We've got gatherers. The only thing we're missing is a good patriot judges to come in there and take the laws as we take them out of office. We've got to deal with them soon, fast, and swift.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. You said judges, right?
Yes, we need good patriot judges that believe in the paper, not corporate judges. They're just as guilty as treason as anybody else. We need patriot judges that believe like Mark, believe like Joe. We've got to have them. We've got to have somebody to take over for what they do, because there's going to be people that need to be tried. You know, we can't just throw them into the masses and just do like that happened over in Saudi. Whatever we need, they got their rights too. Everybody has these rights. They committed crimes that they'll have to pay for.
Right. Well, and I'm trying to pull up a story because I just saw it today, just before the show, that apparently there is a judge that is pretty much telling Obama, no, this is how it is. Basically, Obama demands court uphold his right to ignore Constitution. That's the headline. Basically, it's talking about federal judge Kathleen Forrest. She granted a preliminary injunction to a lawsuit filed against Barack Obama and the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012.
God bless her and her family. We need more.
Yeah.
They're out there. I don't understand why. We've got everything but the legal side. We've got the soldiers. We've got the leaders. We've got the people to back them with logistics. We've got everything. We've got the hunters gatherers. We can do this. Mm-hmm. Take them out now. Go ahead and arrest them. It'll be a war just to arrest them, but it'll be contained. It has to happen. I'm not saying going and fighting, but he has to be arrested.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
He's not going to stand up. He's not going to back down. I mean, somebody's got to cut them puppeteer strings.
Mm-hmm. And we've already seen them end around the Constitution before. Look at it. Look at Libya. I mean, perfect.
How long ago did they take religion out of schools? But that's 70s, middle 70s, I think, early 80s. I don't remember for sure. But now they're able to have Muslim prayer in school.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's their religion. Our religion was our flag. That Pledge of Allegiance was the strongest religion that any Americans ever had.
Yeah, and now here Muslims are able to take time off of work or school or whatever and go pray.
Right. And they can cut out a lot of smoking at work because it cuts into the revenues. It's all profit and loss. But how many times, 5 times a day, these guys pray?
I think it's like 6 or something. I don't know.
Okay, 15 minutes a time? There's 3 hours a day.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know why we're just kneeling down to the Muslims and saying, yeah, by all means, go ahead.
We aren't. The sheep are. You let them bring that to a lot of our neighborhoods and see how long it goes on. It's not going to happen. We've got the law enforcement in Dearborn protecting them? No. Your family's involved here, too. We're liberty and justice for all. We're all created equal. They're no better. I'm not racist. I'm not against any religion. But if you're going to be radical, you're going to threaten to kill, you treat and discipline with acid attacks on your women, you're not human. You don't have any inalienable rights, not in this country.
Yeah, and they say Islam is a peaceful religion.
It is as long as they control the world, then they ain't got no way to fight against, but that ain't going to ever happen, is it?
Well, no, even in countries like Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff like that, where 100% of the population is Muslim, you got you still have killing going on because
you got the Kurds, the Shiites,
right?
You got your different factions.
Or you got extremist Muslims attacking other Muslims that are not as extreme as they should be.
Exactly.
Or or something like that. So
there's always American. Like I said, I won't criticize them for their thing, but you ain't going to come here and think you're going to create war in our lands. It ain't happening. We're strong people. We fought against ourselves and still got back and became Americans again.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is with Islam. I just wanted to throw this out here. Is with Islam, we're not just fighting a religion, because Islam isn't a religion. It literally is an entire society. I mean, there's Bank of Islam, there's Islamic law, of course, the Quran and religion. I mean, basically, it's its own little, country. You
got the Vatican that has the same thing. It's its own entity, It obeys by no laws. And that's Catholics' headquarters. You got your religious thing there. This isn't about that. This is about our country. We can control this. Let's stop the problem. If we stop the problem, we won't have these problems with the Muslims because everybody's armed. They ain't coming after you with a gun or a knife to cut your head off. They do. They're done because somebody else is taking them out. Arm the citizens. Stop the crime. Every place you take the arms away is the highest crime. Don't register to the people with the blinders. Come on, smoke and mirrors has got to end.
Right. Yeah. Even looking at Chicago and the gun ban that they have there, and yet they're still the highest crime rate city in the U.S.
And they were the last state to ever even get a concealed carry law at all. I'm from Central Illinois, so I understand the thumb on any kind of arms up there is terrible. Even air arms up there, they're really bad.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're not 18, you can't have anything over 177 that shoots over 750 feet per second. If you had any crimes, you can't have anything over that. I mean, it's an air rifle. I think everybody, after a certain amount of time, if they pay their price and they can be evaluated to be competent people, if they're not competent, keep them in prison. Do a little more public executions. Do what you got to do to get back into the fact that we're not standing for your crime, your treason, your disrespect to us as Americans. Take our land back. I remember growing up, I respected every adult. It was yes or no, ma'am. I still do that. Even the younger people of authority to me, I still address them that way. Now, where is that respect? Now you say that now, you get F you and everything else, or you get thumped in the head or pistol whipped. There ain't no respect. Bring back the home discipline. Take everything away from these schools. They've got their own little rules there. Why? Political control.
Right. And they have their own little, well, I shouldn't say they each have their own curriculum, because the curriculum is based off the federal standard.
Exactly, which keeps getting a curve and a curve because they keep dummyifying. The generations get dummier and dummier and dummier. Why? You don't want intelligence to second-guess you, because intelligence is a tool. It is a weapon that will kill anything.
Right. Yeah, that's the one thing that people cannot take away from you is your knowledge.
Exactly. Lock you up, everything else, they'll never take your knowledge.
Yeah, and
there's so much with knowledge. I mean, knowledge is a powerful tool, and we have the people with knowledge that are needing to do what they have to do. That's the reason we have to back these guys now. I mean, there's no other way around it. Get united. Get with Dobrobs. Get with United by Zip. Unite by Zip is the way to go. I mean, it gives you somewhere to look. Everybody's trying this. How do we get together? You're not going to get together, but you've got to have a central core.
Right. Yeah, and I'm a part of that group as well. And I haven't seen anyone from Minnesota yet. So
it's still small.
I was just going to say, anyone that's listening in Minnesota, by all means, find Unite by Zip on Facebook. And by all, find them. And
everybody, no matter where you're at. I mean,
do
something. You've got to know your neighbor. You've got to know who you can count on. Have your supplies. Have your everything. You have to have your own supplies. You can't count on another family to take away from his mouth to feed his family to support you, because it won't happen.
Right. Exactly.
You'll be an enemy if you're coming to take food from somebody. Prep. Get your ducks in a row. Be prepared. Don't count on it because you know a lot of people that do this. They're not going to take care of you, I'm telling you.